Well, good morning, everyone. Buenos dias, mi gente. My name is Linet Correa Velez. My pronouns are she, her, ella, and I'm the Vice President of Leadership Programs at HACE. HACE stands for the Hispanic Alliance for Career Enhancement, and we're a national nonprofit headquartered in Chicago, Illinois, dedicated to the employment and development and advancement of current and aspiring Latina, Latinx professionals in the U.S. Our mission is to positively impact the American workplace by cultivating the pipeline of Latinx talent and providing Latinx professionals the insight, access, and support to be successful in their careers and beyond. Today, we have Cristian Biviano, who is a DEI leader for the state of Illinois, particularly for Cook County. And before we interview Cristian, I do have a few announcements that I'd like to share with everyone. Next Friday, September 20th, from 2 to 3:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are kicking off our Hispanic Heritage Month, Latinx Heritage Month event with the NFL. So co-hosted by ASE and the NFL. Please join us. There should be a link that'll be shared in the chat box. Register with us virtually. Next, we'll then have on Tuesday, September 24th at 11:30 a.m., the Inclusion STEM series. And that's a virtual event for anyone in the US to attend. And then including our Thursday, October 3rd, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., virtual and in-person event. We do have an early bird discount for our Latina Equal Pay Day. So please, those three links will be shared in the chat box. Register when you get a chance. And of course, please share with your respective networks. Now, back to Cristian. Of course, I have to ask you, how do you like your cafecito or coffee prepared, or what is your morning beverage of choice? Because I know I have my cortado with me right now, like right now.
Buenos dias, everyone, and thank you, Lynette and Ase, for having me here today. I think that's a really great question. Growing up, my abuelita would make me some café de abuelita. So I remember one of my fondest memories growing up with my siblings was drinking cafecito, with my grandma. I think now I'm more of like an iced coffee from like Dunkin' Donuts, right? Just something
Mhm.
cold to get started. And that's actually what I have with me here. And this
I
is like a
mean,
paid advertisement.
I love it. I mean, America runs on Dunkin', and so does Cristian, evidently, right?
Yes.
I love it. Well, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, born and raised, so Dunkin' is a fan favorite for me as well, particularly iced coffee. So I agree with you on that one. So can you tell us, Christian, what is your cultural background, ethnic, racial background, and please, of course, share your professional background, what you're doing now and your experience prior.
Of course. So I'm proud of my Mexican heritage. I was born in Acapulco, Mexico, and I was raised here in Chicago, Illinois. And so, my identity has really shaped the way that I approach both my life and work. So, growing up in a very close-knit Latino community in the north side of Chicago, early on, I learned the importance of hard work, perseverance, and the power of our community. My mom and my family always instilled, to have a sense of pride where we come from, belief that education and helping others is a key to success. So I think that really provided me a foundation of how to guide, my professional paths and support others as well. When I think more about my professional background, I also try to find ways where I'm able to combine my cultural background to advocate for equitable opportunities. So I attended the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign,
Woo-hoo.
got my BER and also my master's in human resources and industrial relations. I also have my second master's in higher education administration from the University of Southern California. But I always felt, in whatever position I was, right, I've been able to work in higher education, corporate America, now in government. My job has always been around centering and addressing issues of equity,
Mhm.
access, and inclusion.
I know
So
that's right.
Yeah, so now actually just started a new position. I've been recently promoted to being the inaugural manager here at the Cook County government in the Office of the President, leading our diversity, equity, inclusion programs, right? So I'm able to take more responsibilities in creating programs that address our systematic disparities, both internal in our employees and
Yeah.
also publicly. And so, again, my Mexican heritage and values of family, community, and perseverance really, help me with my leadership and how I lead others. And mentoring others, I think, is also important. And so, I'm always trying to open the doors for the next generation.
Oh, I love everything that I'm hearing. And of course, I can only imagine the work that you've already started doing in your role. And congratulations, felicidades, much needed. And are there any particular events that are happening soon now that you are in your inaugural role, particularly in regards to Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month?
Yeah, so that's the beauty of the things that I'm able to do, work with elected officials to host these national celebrations. And so yes, October 15th, in the Cook County building, in the lobby, we'll have a press conference where we'll hear from other Latino, Latina, Latinx elected officials, talk about the importance of National Hispanic Heritage Month, and also talk about the work that the county has been doing in supporting our Latino residents here in Cook County. So October 15th at noon, if you're in Chicago, right here in the Cook County building, or City Hall, as a lot of people may know it as well. So please join us if you're available.
Awesome. And I'm sure it's a free event.
Yes, yes, yes.
And there may or may not be cafecito or some bites
Yes,
as well.
yes.
Okay. Want to engage the people. So last week we had our DEI town hall on that note at the Salt Shed building here in Chicago, Illinois. And we also had a mural unveiling, which deeply represents the commitment we have to advancing career and leadership for all Latino, Latina, Latinx identified individuals. How would you describe, since you had a chance to attend in person, so thank you for attending, how would you describe the significance of the mural and what this means for our comunidad, our community, have it placed in our flagship city, Chicago?
Yeah, so thank you again, Asif, for inviting me to attend. It was really beautiful to hear both from the DNI leaders during the panel and also afterwards looking at the mural. So I think the mural itself is just a powerful symbol of the commitment that ASE has on advancing Latinos in leadership and career development. As we know, Chicago is a city with rich and diverse Latino community. So I think it's a perfect location to share this statement, and the murals, more than just art, right? It's a testament of our community's strength, resilience, and potential. So I think it also just serves as a reminder that Latinos have played a vital role in shaping the future, especially
Mhm.
in this city that has been central to a lot of our cultural and professional journeys. Again, it serves as the virtual representation that affirms that we belong and we're integral to this, growth of the city and our nation. And so I think it was such a beautiful painting. One of the things we see is people holding hands as they're going up like these blocks, right? And I think that's just like how the Latino community is, as people are advancing their careers or helping each other out. We're always looking for how to bring other people's with us. And so it's a beautiful mural. And thank you again for inviting me to the event.
Absolutely. I mean, that reminds me, of course, the significance, another significance of the date today, 9/11. 23 years ago, on the day today, the world changed forever. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims and their families as we commemorate the 23rd anniversary of what happened in New York City and beyond. So just wanted to at least mention that and absolutely highlight today's date in particular. So, we have launched our end of year campaign, which supports the educational journey of college students and professionals participating in our 8 leadership programs. And one of them is ELLP, which stands for Elevando Latino Leadership, which, Cristian, you are an alum of, which is awesome. Can you describe how ELLP has significantly impacted your professional and or personal growth?
Yes, of course. So yes, I participated in the Elevando Latino Leadership Program this spring. Just graduated from the program, and so I think it was both transformative for both my personal and professional life. I think on the program, on a personal level, I think the program really set a foundation about cultural pride and comfort and confidence to empowering, to embrace my Latino identity even more. I've been in a lot of spaces, right? But this curriculum was made for Latinos, right? And that's something that, I mentioned how many degrees I have. I've never been in a space that the curriculum was built for Latino leaders, right? And I
Mhm.
felt that like we weren't the afterthought. This curriculum was built for people that look like me. And, so that was an amazing experience. And, we were able to help each other throughout the whole program. I think professionally, it opened the doors to connecting me with a network of HACE and HACE alumni. I get to meet them, nationwide, because I know we're everywhere in the US and probably, internationally as well. And so I was able to be with other like-minded professionals. I think the beauty of it was, we talked about problems we were facing at work, and we had, senior leaderships with us, people in the same role, talked about their experiences with us. And so, I asked for their assistance when I was creating a strategic plan, right? And some of the work that I do here at the county, and they provided me feedback on, presenting that to senior leadership, right? And you don't get this experience until you're in that role, right? So it was great to see other senior level Latino leaders like sharing their experiences and offering tips, right? And I think that really helped me, even getting my new position, just because, I was able to confidently present my strategic plan, right? And I think those were the skills. It was a perfect timing to be in the program, and also, being reviewed at the performance that I was making. So I think, this experience was really great. Gave me tools, again, to navigate challenges, taking on leadership roles. And I think it really helped me with my career progression.
Oh, I love it. And I would be remiss if I didn't share that Lisandra Jimenez, who's our ELLP program manager, gives you a strong shout out from the chat. So thank you, Lisandra, for being here. And of course, Patricia, our COO of ASE, gives you a shout out as
Oh,
well.
thank you.
In regards to leadership, as we wait for questions to be posted in the chat box, you also volunteer your time. Please share how you volunteer your time outside of the amazing DEI centered work that you do at the Cook County.
Yeah, of course. So I also serve as the president for our University of Illinois Latino Alumni Association. So we are a group of alumni that, really try to empower students, give back, right? I mentioned that our Latino community is all about giving back and preparing our future leaders, either if that's by providing mentors, alumni panels, scholarships to our students. I'm actually attending homecoming to giving out our scholarship
Next week.
plaques. Yes, this weekend.
Oh, this weekend. Oh my
This
gosh, how
weekend.
amazing.
Yeah, so to giving out our plaques to our scholarship recipients, we were able to give out 2,500 scholarship to well-deserving Latino students at the campus. And so
Amazing.
that's something that I, enjoy, giving back to, my alma mater, and also just, again, empowering the next level of Latino leaders.
Oh, I am loving that. And so for you, you've done such amazing work in Chicago, obviously at U of I, I'm sure at other organizations where you volunteered your time. What has influenced you to pay it forward?
Yeah,
People, events, etc.
yeah, I think there's just been so many different mentors that I've had, specifically Black women that, have taken me under their wing, and really,
Any particular shout outs you want to give?
yes, of course. Even to my current supervisor, Michael Self, and Denise Barreto, who used to be my former supervisor, Kimberly Autry. Honestly, all of my managers and supervisors have always been Black women leading this work, right? And
I
so
love
it's
it.
been great to learn from them. And I think, for me to also opening those doors up, I think specifically to Latina women, as, they not might be as much in some of the leadership spaces that we might be in, right? And so I think it's always important to give back and mentor our community, and always as you climb, reach back and bring people with you.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a big fan of lifting as you climb, and that's why I really appreciate the Cafecitos con Ace because it provides such amazing access in a very quick manner to leaders such as yourself, Cristian. And so, really thank you for sharing space with me here today. I'm trying to take a look to see if we have any other questions. I believe we do have one question. Let me take a look here. A ver, a ver, a ver. All right. So, Christian, what advice would you give to leaders within the DEI space who are navigating our current climate in the US shifting around DEI?
Yes, as some people might know right now, right, DNI is a space of attack, right? And but to be reminded, this is not the first time that we've been challenged. It might be a different topic or narrative, right? And so continue to talk about these spaces that we're trying to create and not go back, right? And so trying to move forward with the initiatives that we're taking, staying true to the commitments and the work that we're continuing to doing. And it might look differently how we call these programs or something, but we're always, if we're looking at the most vulnerable population, we're able to assist everyone, the majority as well, right? So continue to do the work that we're doing and getting involved, and honestly just voting this election I think is important to fight for the things that you believe in. And so I would say definitely trying to get involved in that sense as well.
Absolutely. I mean, definitely vote for the national elections, but the work that impacts us individually as a comunidad is our local elections. So I encourage folks to definitely register to vote for local elections as well. So, Christian, we are towards the end. I'm so sad because let me tell you, I'm having so much fun with you right now. I can talk with you forever.
Yes.
So, final question. What are you hopeful for? Or is there a positive story that gives you hope for this year? Because we're already in September, end of the year is right around the corner.
Yeah, what I'm hopeful for is what I've been seeing, right? I've been seeing this collective efforts, both in the Latino community and other communities as well, lifting each other up. I think positive story that inspires me is the increasing numbers of Latino college students in higher education,
Yeah.
right? I'm always told there's more Latinos, right? But also that means we need to advocate for more resources for our Latino students going into higher education, right? And for our students to continue seeking those leadership developments and support programs like HACE and the leadership programs that they have, right? And so I think, this is a very bright future for our Latino community. We see more Latinos stepping into leadership roles across different industries. We are seeing the commitments to, again, the growth of education, community advancement. And I think that really just gives me hope for the future of our community here.
I absolutely agree. So, without further notice, your LinkedIn link will be
Yes,
posted in the
perfect.
chat so folks can reach out to you. My LinkedIn link will also be posted in the chat. So, please feel free to reach out to Cristian, folks. Please connect. Have a very good rest of your day. And con muchas gracias. Thank you for joining us at Cafecito con Ace.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Cristian.